Hey everybody, welcome to my fall routine weekend vlog. So basically I will be showing you typically how a typical fall weekend is for me. So usually when I get up in the morning, I like to cook on weekends. Mainly like to cook like pancakes, which is what I'm doing here. It's very therapeutic, very relaxing. Usually it takes me about like 30 minutes, even to an hour to cook something. And yeah, I really enjoy it. So here, as you can see, I'm just adding, the ingredients so I can, to my pancake recipe. I typically like to make homemade recipes. Pancakes are usually my favorite. So there I'm just adding brown sugar. And yeah, I really enjoy it, especially early in the mornings. So now I'm just whisking my ingredients up after adding all the wet and the dry ingredients. And sometimes I'll just like tweak and add like additional ingredients so I can get the batter to the right consistency, so it kind of looks a bit doughy. So I kind of have to stir it a little bit so it can be right. But usually in the morning it's very peaceful, and I guess I'm just starting to enjoy the kitchen a little bit more, quite honestly. And it's fun to be creative and to make your own recipes, because it's a similar vibe in the evening too whenever I'm cooking as well. So now that we got everything mixed up, now I'm gonna add my oils. And usually, recently I've used like regular oils spray oils to cook my food instead of the actual oil. So now our batter is ready, and now we are going to put back our ingredients. Typically when I try to do in the kitchen, I try to basically clean up as I go along, to ensure that everything is put back in its right place. And then here is some encouragement for the day to help me set my tone. A nice little Bible verse. And so now heating up my oil so we can get ready to make the pancakes. You see the pot is now well greased. So while my food is cooking, basically I'm just checking on the computer, checking different updates either from school or different current events. I usually like to listen to music and obviously look at different news stories. So right now I'm checking my time tracker just to kind of log in and keep track of my time and the hours that I spend on certain activities. And I like to have my coffee because it gives me that sense of energy. Actually, it's not coffee. I've recently been drinking more chai tea, and I've been adding creamer to it, so it's like a little homemade chai latte. Typically I like to go on the computer, start the web for a little bit, and kind of indulge myself in the daily internet activities. So yeah, it's typically what I do. And so since I'm getting ready for my classes, I make sure to check and see if there are any updates, and there weren't any updates so far. So yeah, that's pretty much that when it comes to that. And sometimes I'll be on the computer for a good minute, so I might get sidetracked. I might look up another website on something, and usually I have like 5 million tabs open. So I definitely have to be mindful. And so I usually check my calendar to see what upcoming events I have for really the week, and even the entire month. Sometimes I'll tweak and add certain things to my calendar as well, as I see fit, really. So there I am, checking to see if I have anything important, and there I am editing and making sure that I add other important things. So far there's no update from school about my classes, so yeah. And sometimes I'll just switch from tab to tab, mainly because nothing really much worth interesting to kind of surf on the web for. So yeah, that's typically what I do on the computer. So let's see, I added mostly everything to my calendar, and yeah, yep, I check to make sure there's nothing coming up regarding school, and yep, that's typically what I do on the computer. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Alright, so afterwards, now I'm mixing up my pancake mixture. Now we're about to pour it inside the pan. Now it's ready, so we just wait and make sure that, let me adjust my camera a little bit, the pancake forms. So I got my little spatula, and we're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And that's the tough part, because I like to kind of flip my pancakes earlier. So see, glorious pancake forming. Wait about a couple minutes, and it starts to kind of bubble up a little bit. So it takes a little minute to kind of form. So just adding my batter. While I'm waiting for it to cook, check my iPad for any updates. Then I continue to cook my pancakes, and obviously wait. And I make a lot of them too. So now pancakes are done, they're cooked. And now what I'm gonna do is freeze them and preserve them. Then I'm back on my computer, basically doing the same thing like I did before, while eating my breakfast. And once I finish eating my breakfast, I clean up the kitchen, making sure all the dishes are clean thoroughly, and make sure everything was put back in its place. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Please don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe.